shit, fella.
What's up, brothers? Social anxiety can cripple your performance. And anybody that suffers from it knows what I'm talking about. It can handicap your performance with women, in your social circle, in your career. It can hammer you in all aspects of life. But there is a massive market for your social anxiety. It is a gold mine for PUAs, dating coaches, confidence hustlers, life coaches. It is an absolute gold mine. I'm sure you've heard of Shaquille O'Neal, right? The basketball player, Shaq. Shaq started out his career an okay free throw shooter. Never a good free throw shooter, but an okay free throw shooter. When teams needed to stop the clock, they would foul Shaq. There's probably a good chance he's going to miss at least one of them, and we can come back down the court and score 2 points, and eventually we can come back. Now, throughout time, Shaq's free throw percentage consistently went down. He hired professionals to come in and help him with his technique. He had people help him with his psyche. He was receiving help all over the place, paying millions of dollars to try to learn how to shoot free throws at a higher percentage. But when he would stand at that free throw line in front of thousands of people in the stadium and millions of people around the world, his anxiety would kick him in the ass and he would miss the free throws. And throughout his career, teams were capitalizing on this more and more, and his percentage just kept getting worse and worse. It was a mental challenge that he could never get over, no matter what he did. When it was time to close the deal, his anxiety would kick him in the ass every single time. Some men experience this same exact anxiety when they see an attractive woman. This is where the scam of PUA, dating coaches, confidence hustlers, life coaches, this is where a lot of these scam artists come into play. And you'll hear them twist terminology around. They won't use the term social anxiety. Instead, they'll use the term fear of rejection. Because it's a lot easier to get over a fear than it is to get over an actual mental problem. Possibly even a mental disorder. Fear is something you can get over with experience, right? So they use terms like fear of rejection. But the problem with this is that anybody who's ever taken a college level psychology class knows that it takes close to 9 positive reinforcements to eliminate 1 negative reinforcement. I'll give you an example. If 5 or 6 women tell you you're handsome, and then 1 woman comes along and tells you you're ugly as fuck, which one carries more weight, right? You're going to be thinking about how ugly you are. That one insult is so much more powerful than those 5 or 6 compliments. So what's the practice that these coaches are going to tell you to go out and execute? They're going to tell you to go approach multiple women. Get over this fear of rejection. It's your fragile ego. It's not your mental condition, no. So you go out there like a wiener dog, sniffing every bitch in town, hoping you can find a mate that's in heat. But it just doesn't work like that. They tell you, get out there, get rejected a few times. if you approach 100 women and 3 of them say yes, well then you just got 3 bitches. So that's a positive thing, right? That's going to reinforce your confidence and help you get over this social anxiety, this fear of rejection. Doesn't work like that. Not even close. As a matter of fact, you would have to have at least 85 to 95% of those women actually reinforcing that they believe you are attractive in order for that to actually help you get over your social anxiety, right? In order to get a positive reinforcement, you would have to have a close to 90% success rate. Otherwise, you're just reinforcing the fact that you're not attractive to these women. That is an absolutely terrible approach. And nobody should teach you to do that. Now the question is, are you going to be able to get yourself up into that top 20, that top 10% of men? And the cold hard truth is probably not. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Now I know this is where I'm a little bit different, from some of the incel community and some of these guys out there. I do believe you should improve yourself. You can hit the gym. You can have an insane looking body, okay? You can make money. Save as much money as possible. Make as much money as possible. Do your best to be a somebody. You can do that. And you can get yourself as close to the top 20% of men as you possibly can. Will you get there? If you're a 4, you're never going to be a 9. That's just the way it is. That's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, throw you a magical pill and tell you can turn into fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not going to happen. But you can be a lot better than you are right now. And that goes for any man. There's always room to get better. And the reason why I suggest that you start with going to the gym is because when you work out, you apply progressive overload. That's a term you're going to want to use in every aspect of your life. Progressive overload. What this means in the gym is you're constantly putting yourself under maximum tension, right? You're pushing as much weight as you possibly can. And throughout time, your numbers consistently go up because you're always putting max effort into it. When you wake up every morning and you go to the gym, that's how you start your day. Your mentality is, I'm going to push it as far as I can, and I'm going to improve myself a little bit. And then you apply that to every aspect. You start to see your work performance go up. You start to see your success rate with women go up. You start to see your money go up. You start to see your physique get better. Literally every aspect of your life is getting better, one step at a time. Okay? And that's something that every man can do. Now, a lot of men are going to say it's just not worth it. That's fine. And I'll accept that it's not worth it if your only goal is to get women or if your only goal is to get money. But becoming the best version of yourself is worth it. And if you want to be happy with who you are and objectively look at yourself in the mirror and be happy with what you see, you have to do it. If you think you can just throw in a cheat code and just go approach 100 women and that's going to change things, no, that's only going to make things worse. But if you want to put work in and become the best version of yourself, well, then you're going to start to see the results. And if you're a guy that absolutely can't live without a woman in his life, the best thing you can do is kick ass at life. And you bet your ass there's going to be some women coming around. LFA signing out.